It's the rundown. Dan lost the shoe.
Yep.
LeBron style.
Oh.
Hey, you like that? There you go. It's brought to you by Movement. Get yourself a Movement watch. Get yourself some Movement shades. Movement watches start at $95. Movement sunglasses max out at $95. They start at $60. So bottom line is you're going to be getting your watch and your shades, matching accessories for, I don't know, $150. So it doesn't break the bank, but it's material that like a designer would use, quality and fashion like a designer name, but at a affordable price. Go to mvmt.com/rundown for 15% off with free shipping and returns.
Are we closer?
Definitely something's off.
Something's different.
Yep.
The cameras are good. Yeah, it's got to be us. But I don't know. There's not much
I
room.
think the cameras are closer because they're usually against the
Are they?
desk.
Cameras are closer.
There's still not much room. The board's close to the cameras.
Yeah,
I don't like
whole-
change.
This
shot.
whole thing is
I
very
don't like
off.
change.
Everything's probably off by like 3 inches, but it's very jarring.
We're fucking divas, man.
Remember when Dave made us do the rundown over there?
Remember when they put us in the high top chairs last year? And that was the only time we ever like unionized, and we were like, no, we cannot go on with this.
It's literally the only time I've told the sales team I am not doing this.
I refuse to
Like,
do
you
content
can-
until you give me my chair back.
You cannot zoom in on my fat stomach and small balls.
We were
for 30 minutes.
We were like,
you
oh,
cannot.
it was just legs and crotch and
It
bad
was-
posture.
it
This
just
chair is
looked
kind of
ridiculous.
similar. It's
Whose
not
ad
great.
it is?
like we were so high up, like gravity was squishing us. We looked like if you took like a peep and you squish it.
Yeah.
And it's just like everything was distended. It was awful.
It's great. It's like
They were
I'll
like-
sell anything, but you put me in an uncomfortable chair, I'm out.
I remember them saying, because it elevated us high enough that we had the TVs,
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
were like, this will raise the revenue by like 4,000%.
Yeah.
I was like, give me my lazy boy.
That chair
I don't
sucks.
fucking care. I'm uncomfortable, all right? All right, we'll start with, have you heard about LeBron James at his son's basketball game the other day? Jason Whitlock threw gasoline on the fire today with one of my favorite takes in a while, that LeBron, his addiction to fame is worse than an addiction to cocaine.
That's good.
He did also, I will give Whitlock credit, phrase I never thought I'd say, calling back to when LeBron told his mom to sit the fuck down. It was a great call out. Do you remember that? When he got in that scrap
So
and LeBron said, sit your ass down? So, you know,
Yikes.
LeBron the son didn't like his parent doing it, but LeBron the father's all about it. I mean, I don't know. This thing has spiraled so far out of control. I am now a racist and a bad father on the internet.
I'm afraid racist too.
Oh, good.
Oh, you're
all right,
on
so we're in the
Yeah,
same boat.
well, I tweeted.
Say something stupid, we can join the
I
crew.
missed all of Mondays.
I was gonna say the opposite. I was gonna say you guys win.
I
I'm
missed-
not even getting shit.
yeah.
But you're right. Whatever.
I missed all of Mondays. On Sunday, I saw the layup line where he was dunking, and I tweeted like, "I will never do this. I will never dunk in a layup line for my son's game." Very clearly a joke.
Yeah.
And the joke is on me, and then everyone just—it's one of those things when you know when you have a tweet that gets crossed over to a bunch of people that don't know about us,
I do.
and then they're like, "Oh, you're just trying to keep a black man down." It's like
I
I was
know.
joking about my
That-
own
it got-
inability to jump.
It got so serious.
Yeah.
My tweet was like, yeah, that was weird. You're behaving like a little kid. And they're like, oh, a black man with his black son. And I was like, no, it's not about that, man. It's about
Here's-
being a weirdo.
Here's the one that I want to ask. What about all the other dads on this team that are getting dad cucked?
Yeah. Like
The
that guy.
kinda
That
sucks.
dude,
Honestly,
can you imagine? You know
TMZ
what
did some real
happened?
journalism here. TMZ got the dads.
They're getting dad
or like
cucked.
one of the dads might work there, and he came in. I did not watch the video because I do not care about his opinion.
But it happened.
But it's got a lot of retweets, so I
Yeah.
think it's the dad saying he loved it.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I'm sure everybody's down with it. But there's going to be a moment in one of these fucking games. There's going to be a dad, like, waiting with his arms open, and his son is going to blow right fucking by him for LeBron James. Book it. It's
I
going to
just don't-
happen, and I'll be here for that dad.
I just don't get
you
why-
give me your story. Give me the exclusive.
No one is saying that LeBron's a bad dad.
No
Seriously,
one.
not seriously,
No
right?
one
No one's
is.
serious take is that. So why can't
crazy.
we just be like, yeah, it's a little weird?
It was fucking
It's
weird.
a little weird.
It's just
why
a-
is that such a horrible thing? To
no
say?
idea.
It's-
Well, you know what
it's
the
a
problem
little
is?
bit
Like
strange.
I said it on radio where I can express all that. I was like, he is an unbelievable human, great father. He's just like a social misfit. He always has been, and he's a little bit of an asshole and a weirdo here. And you can explain all that. I mean, you just have one tweet where I was like, when you say like this is childish behavior, it comes across more like snide and smug, you know? It's like he's just a weirdo. And I think anybody normal can understand that. But I mean, what do I know? I'm just a racist weirdo. I'm a racist bad dad, so don't listen to me.
I saw yesterday, I think I was like sitting at my desk and I thought it was all coming to a close, and then I saw Jason Tatum quote tweet, and I was like, oh boy.
Fuck you, Jason
here
Tatum.
we go. we're really gonna get in the mix with this
Yeah.
one.
The thing is, we do this for other like viral videos and parents that are helicopter parents and get too involved. Like this isn't.
That's also the biggest misconception I'm seeing is people saying if a white dad did this, you would be celebrating it. I'm like, no.
No, I'd be
if
like,
a
that's
corny
weird.
like white suburban dad was doing it, I would crush him.
Dude, when Chris Bryant got called up to the Cubs, his dad had a cup of coffee in Major Leagues, and like it was a big moment because he's like, oh yeah, I didn't really make it. My son is fulfilling this. He hung around in like the dugout and did interviews for 3 days straight. And I was like, this is a little much.
It's weird, right?
Chill
Again,
out.
it's
Go
weird
sit in the
behavior.
stands.
Yeah.
Like, let
Yeah.
your son have his moment.
And at least for in his defense there, like at least they're other like grown adults and shit. When you're hanging around the 14-year-olds, it's fucking weird, man.
I don't know. It's not. He's a good dad.
No, I
fucking-
would make fun
I
of I would
will-
make fun of a white guy way more than LeBron.
I will come to the LeBron stands defense a little bit here, because it is a little bit like your guy's always under attack, so you're
Yes, they
always
defend
on guard.
everything, yeah.
Right? It's like
That's
it's
why
like
I'm
when
mad.
you make fun of like the Patriots a little bit. I'm like, if I just start listing stats and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like
Spygate wasn't real.
I'm not used to people. I'm used to people being so serious with their attacks that I got everything on deck,
Oh.
ready to unload the clip at you.
Everything
that
I'm
even
saying
if you make
now-
a joke, I'm like, I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna be just careful here, and I'm gonna give you a serious response.
Every joke. They're not even jokes. It's like I quote tweeted Whitlock and I was like, "You're right. This is worse than cocaine." And everyone's like, "All right, cracker, calm down." I'm like, "It's not really. I don't actually believe that."
Whitlock's a tough one to have on your side.
Yeah, I hate that. Yeah, that's if you could. Although I really
Where
did.
was
I really
Stephen A when I needed
provocateur.
him?
I did like him pulling out the mom thing though. It's like
That is smart.
I might latch onto that one.
Yeah.
I'll use that one. But that's why I hate people like Dave because he has been making fun of LeBron for everything to the point that now we cried wolf. Now we all should be making fun of LeBron for
Right.
this. But you've been defending him for 5 years because of people.
And
like this.
I think the layup line stuff's awesome. I think
That's
great.
fine.
Dude,
I thought that was dangerous.
I think do the layup.
Well, the
line
rims.
stuff. I
You
think,
didn't think
well,
about the
the
rims.
rims-
They loosen the rims.
If he rolls up into a kid, if a kid doesn't get properly warmed up, because
That's
LeBron
one less
is taking
layup.
his
That's one less
layups,
layup that kid.
There's actually a rule you're not supposed to dunk in the layup line
Yep.
in
Technical
AAU
foul.
in college.
Technical
right?
foul.
Is it not true?
Start the game off with technical foul.
Just saying.
Speaking of parenting, we got this Disney mom who went off on Facebook in what is the most stereotypical Facebook rant. Capital letters like every other word,
Oh, yeah.
angry face emojis, and she was super mad at parents, at adults who go to Disney without kids, primarily because some slutty cunt.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Ooh.
she dropped a C-bomb. No, I think she said a cunt
Even
in.
Frankie was like,
in,
what?
yeah, we might have to blur that. I don't even know really. In slutty shorts, she took the last Mickey Mouse shaped pretzel, and she had to tell her son, "No, there's none left. We'll get you another one later." And her little bitch ass son started to cry, and she's upset about that. So I'm actually somewhere in the middle. I think Jeff D. Lowe's a big adult Disney guy, but I do think a lot of them are pretty weird.
I went to Disney. I took my girlfriend during Valentine's Day when I was in college.
Yeah, but you're almost a child when you're in college.
Yeah, but I was a junior in college, I think.
Yeah.
So I was
Yeah.
up there. I was
Yeah.
21 years old.
Right.
And it was pretty fun. I had a good time.
You go every year, right?
Riding rides
No,
drunk
no.
is fun.
Oh, I
as
thought it was
shit.
like an annual thing for you.
No, I went for the first time in like 8 years this
Oh,
past
okay.
December. Went 2 family trips. It was definitely too much, but I mean, like, I think it's crazier to take your kids who can't appreciate it. And you spend hundreds and
God.
hundreds of
Dude,
dollars on
I
it.
took Shay
That's
to
insane.
Disneyland when she was like 45 seconds old, and I was like, what the fuck what are we doing here? And it actually ended up being a really nice trip. I ended up eating my words after when it was all said and done. But yeah, she has no recollection of it or anything.
This person's a lunatic, but I think the New York Post wrote an article on it, and it turned into a guy like, going to Disney, if you're a millennial, is a stupid move. But then he just started destroying millennials for an entire
Everything,
post. So
yeah.
it
I mean,
just
it's
gets
a
turned into
classic did
millennial
millennials ruin. But yeah, I mean, this chick is a wacky like Facebook
Nutcase.
ranter. But I bet you there are some adult weirdos at Disney.
Well,
You know what I mean? Like
there-
I
my
could see there being a
crazier-
fine line between, hey, I took my girlfriend, or like, oh, my girl
Well,
loves
and
like the
anyone at
princesses
a-
versus like, I don't know. I bet you I just think
It's
there's
not
some
just
weirdos at
Disney.
Disney.
I think it's just like any park.
Theme parks, yeah.
Theme parks, water parks. If you're an adult there, you're probably like a little fucking weird.
It's like LeBron.
Am I-
It's very similar.
Am I crazy though, or is this not like the very easy solution? Because you probably have a lot of parents who don't want to take their kids. Their kids want to go. Get them with the fucking weirdo adults that
Chaperones.
want to go. Link them up. I will never take my son to
That's
Disney
a
World,
great
ever.
idea.
So if there's someone else who
Really?
wants to, I never went. I feel like
Oh,
it's one
wow.
of those things. If you never go,
Yeah, you'll never feel the need to
and
take
it's
them.
like I don't. I don't care. I don't want to go
I
there.
went once. I never went as like a child. I think.
Never.
I think when we went. I mean, I was young, but I think we probably went as by 15.
No.
And I was just like.
I think I gone once or twice.
Never went. So
There are those families that go like every
Every
year, for
year.
like 20 years straight.
every year, and so if there is a adult who wants to go, they need to be linked up with a child.
Great idea. Start the app.
That's it, right there.
This is
It cuts
what you
out-
are talking about,
Dude.
Dan. Is streamlining kidnapping and abducting.
But it's
That is what
okay.
you are
We'll
matching.
put a fucking
You
ankle
are you
bracelet
just
on
came
him.
up with an
We'll
app
put an
to
ankle
link
bra-
predators to
Dude,
children.
No,
That's what you did.
We'll have
Man,
all
I'm here
kinds of
for it.
rules and documents and shit you got to sign, live streams. Jeff D. Lowe, if he wants to go to Disney next year, has
I
to
would
take
trust Jeff.
an 8-year-old.
Jeff, if you
That's
want
it,
to take,
that's it, that's
if you
it.
want to take my kids to Disney, like
You
we
have
could
to
do
take an
that
8-year-old.
for sure. I would
You are
trust
not
Jeff.
allowed
I would
unless
really,
you-
I would for sure
Yeah.
entrust my kids to Jeff D.
You
Lowe.
have to bring a
Do
child.
I get like paid for it?
No,
No,
you
get to go.
You get to go to Disney.
You get to
I'll-
go.
I'll pay for your Disney trip. How about that?
You don't get to get in the gate unless you have a child in hand.
Like when you bring a Coke to go, like a Coke can to get into Six Flags for free. You
Yeah.
got to bring an 8-year-old.
Correct.
Now I'm gonna gladly pass.
All right, so there you go.
That's
now,
how crazy it
we've
is to
just
take kids.
Now
eliminated
you
the
understand.
weirdo adults. See
That's
ya.
how crazy to take kids. to
You're a
Disney.
weirdo adult.
Oh,
See
that's
ya.
fair.
That works. If you love Disney World, you have to be willing to look after a child.
That's the price you pay.
Yes.
That sounds
And there are,
awful.
I guarantee
And
you.
and those
If
they
that's
will
the
go
rule
for
you
free.
make, like, Disney
Parents
World
will
shuts down
pay.
in 3
Yes.
years.
Oh, I guarantee you there are a lot of parents who are like, I would love to have a week off and have my kid go be like, that was the best week
And
of my life.
the parent has to pay for the weirdo adult, so they
Fine.
get to go for free.
Perfect.
Everybody wins.
First class. I don't give a fuck.
Go to the breakfast
Just
with the
don't
characters,
take my kid.
all that shit.
I'll pay first class. You just agree, handshake, don't take my kid.
Just bring him back at the end of
Yes,
the week
yeah,
in
exactly,
decent shape.
exactly.
Like maybe a little bit of a sunburn, whatever.
Yeah, and no pedophiles
can't-
allowed.
No touching.
Yeah.
No diddling.
That's right, and they can't get eaten by an alligator. Didn't that happen?
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
baby
none
got
of
eaten
that.
by an
No, I
alligator?
actually don't think that should be a rule.
that.
If your kid gets
Let
eaten
the
by an
chips fall
alligator,
where they
that's
may.
your own kid's
Let
fault.
the chips
Yeah.
fall where they may.
Let's not go overboard with these rules.
Let's see how the cookie crumbles. Man, that was like that was the saddest story ever. We're just fucking.
That was pretty
It's
sad.
like a
Fuck.
baby.
Oh,
okay,
shit, it was?
moving on. It was
Oh,
bad.
John,
yeah. It was
no.
bad.
I
Failure
take
there.
it back. I take it back. If you're under 10 years old, the alligator rule plays. You have to make sure the child is safe from alligators.
Speaking of like massacre deaths, somebody ran a like simulation, I guess. There's an animation of what's gonna happen during the Area 51 storming. And it's a weird video. Like it's an animation with like aliens in like jail cells with guards and shit. But when it gets cooking and there are people just storming the desert and they're just getting mowed down, it kind of got me flowing. Like I almost hope there's a massacre on September 20th.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
there's the one guy, he's dabbing and he gets lit
Here's-
up for
They're
some
on
reason.
like the hoverboard.
Yeah,
stuff
and
like
they're just
that.
getting
Yeah, fucking
peeled
right.
off,
I
like,
I
bam,
genuinely
bam.
want this to happen.
Yeah.
This
I
is
just
great.
need
If we're
s-
talking about like too many people in America, you'd be like, this
Population
is a
control.
great way
Yeah.
to just cut down. If you show up at a petition at a ridiculous, if you're trying to,
I might extend it to all protests.
If you're protesting something legitimate, I don't think you should be shot. But if you're protesting and like we're gonna storm Area 51, I think you're
You know what
signing
it
up
is?
to get shot.
It's
That's
the
fine.
new like Bill Burr sinking cruise ships.
Right.
Like we'll just massacre stupid protests.
Yeah, whoever gets on Titanic 2,
Blow it up.
I mean, well, you deserve it if it sinks. That's bad
Yeah,
juju.
you definitely deserve it, but I think I might give that a whirl.
Titanic 2?
Yeah, because think about it, it's almost like lightning striking twice.
Yeah,
it's like
I know.
you're the safest right after
Yeah.
lightning strikes.
That's,
you know
I
what I
don't
mean?
think that's how it works for cruise ships.
Like if a plane crashes tomorrow, like then if you're on the next flight, you ain't crashing.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way there's gonna be back-to-back plane crashes. There's no way Titanic 2 sinks. No shot.
I like that.
Good, and now
Right?
you gotta
same,
go.
Same thing with me. Never.
You
get
If you
have
want to
to
give me a
tornado.
free ticket to Titanic 2,
Perfect.
I'll do it.
It's a strong command.
Yeah.
You're in.
I mean, that would be. The only thing is that it might be a target for like someone
Oh,
to like
looks
terrorism.
like you're saying not 100%.
Not 100%. No, there's 100%, Dan.
Oh.
There's a 2% chance that there'd be a subject of a terrorist
Something
attack.
bad's gonna happen.
But it's not gonna like hit an iceberg. That's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. That's a
not gonna
100%.
happen. Things don't even hit icebergs. Icebergs don't even exist anymore.
It's true.
We were. They all know.
We got the last laugh on that one.
Yeah. Fuck you, icebergs.
Yeah, you hit an
You took
iceberg.
one of our ships. We took all your icebergs.
Yeah, every fucking
If a
piece
ship
of
hits an
ice.
iceberg, now the iceberg just falls apart. It's like, dude, I was
win.
on death's door anyway. Here we go.
That shit is, yeah. I mean, it may have melted and it's like ruining the planet, but we still won.
Yeah.
We still won that battle.
Sure.
We got a guy jerking off on a plane. Went spooky ghost, threw a blanket over his head, and he's just hammer time.
Well, I mean, it was a very. It wasn't as strong. Was it Arabian cotton?
Egyptian cotton. You could see it. You could see his dick.
You could see right through him just pounding off.
Great dick.
You couldn't see his
He-
dick.
Shadow dick. Good shadow dick.
Yeah, I mean his shadow at least for sure. You could see it.
You couldn't see his dick, but his hand was moving so high. I was like, is the tip all the way up there?
Yeah. Why is he jerking off? You should just suck it.
It's like,
I
I think we just went a little too KFC radio for the
no,
rundown.
no,
Apologize.
that's not what I'm going to say. That's very funny. I'm just saying, I don't really think he should be arrested for this.
He put the blanket up.
Put the blanket up.
Might as well be in a different room. Might as well be.
I don't want everyone to start doing it. We should publicly shame him.
Yeah, but it's not like it should be
legally,
illegal, yeah.
is he wrong?
Unless, like, if he kept it all to himself, no cum anywhere, no, like,
No, like,
direct visible
no
dick
weird like
moaning.
size.
Yeah. If he was
If he
perfectly
just-
silent, if he
yeah.
didn't touch
Yeah,
anything,
yeah.
and there was nothing but shadows,
That's your fault for looking.
and as a matter of
That's
fact,
what I said. I said, look, if this
Filming?
if this was a girl on a plane under a sheet blasting herself, I would have been the creep for being like, look what this girl's doing over here.
Right. You don't look at what the person next to you is doing. So what? They might be jerking off. That's
I'll take
fine.
it a step further. It's the airline's fault.
Okay.
They should be providing like masturbation pods for long
Well,
flights.
they do. They're bathrooms.
No, it needs to be like
like all
it's
bathrooms.
pretty hard to jerk off in an airplane bathroom.
Mile High Club, bro.
Well, I think if you're going like international, overseas, 12 hours, whatever, you should have almost like a nap pod, like that you can just pound off
No,
in.
because I'll tell you what, like if you tell me you got a cum room, I don't want to jerk off in that room.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Like,
You know everyone else is coming in there?
You tell me you got a cum room, I'm going to the bathroom to jerk off.
Or just put a blanket over.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I just don't see. I mean, unless.
Or unless
he-
it's the first. If it's like if I'm christening that
yeah,
jerk
if
off
I'm
pod, then
on
I'm good.
on the maiden voyage.
Yeah,
of the
Titanic too.
Titanic cum room.
Yeah.
I was on
done.
I was on a flight yesterday, and the guy in front of us, Hank and I were sitting there. A guy in front of us sneezed like 3,000 times. I think that's worse than jerking off.
That's how Ebola.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Like,
Because
dude,
you're not gonna get
stop
like
sneezing.
Ebola from that shit.
Figure it out. Stop sneezing. I
Yeah.
know that's probably not. No, that is. You shouldn't have to be able to sneeze that much. Like, at some point you got to be able
Suppress
to
it.
cut it off.
So
You sneeze?
I was talking about this on Twitter recently.
Nice.
Wait a
You
minute.
looked in the lights.
Did you just sneeze on command?
Yeah, you look in the
No,
lights.
no, I had
No,
one
no.
coming.
That's incredible.
No, I
Did
had
no
one.
one?
I had one
Does
coming.
no one appreciate what just happened there? That was a 1 in a trillion shot.
That was really more. That was just happenstance. I could feel it. I don't think you can just make it by
I
standing.
mean,
trying,
we just
I'm trying.
witnessed
I'll let you know.
rundown greatness.
I'll let you know if it
By the
works.
way, that's the second sneeze in rundown history. I have the first and only. Welcome to the club.
Really?
There's
What?
only been 2 sneezes in rundown history.
Is that true?
Yes. It's a
That's a
rundown
fact I
fact.
can't
It's a rundown
look
fact.
up.
Tell me I'm wrong.
No, I can't look it up.
I
Yeah, I
sneezed
don't know.
once in the middle of the rundown, and I was like, this has never happened. I have never once heard a sneeze in the middle of the rundown until right now. It's 2
Good job,
sneezes in
Johnny.
rundown history.
I think
That was incredible.
Yeah, I'm
We
trying.
were
and it
talking
doesn't
about
work.
sneezing, and he sneezed. That's insane.
Why'd you just go to Jerry Seinfeld?
Yeah, it did happen. It did happen.
Oh, can I drop a take on everyone right now?
Yes, please.
I think comedians in cars getting coffee stinks.
Ooh,
that's spicy.
It's all
That's a
guest
spicy
related.
take.
Like it's just.
It's-
I watched the Jim Carrey. It kind of sucked.
Well, you know what?
It's what it is. It's they're not conversations. They're little snippets of 15 seconds of talking, and then B-roll of cars and coffees being poured. I tried to watch the Eddie Murphy one. I got 10 minutes into it.
Well,
This is terrible.
in his defense, it's not like he sold you something different.
Yeah,
It
no,
is
but it's just,
comedians in
I
cars
thought it
getting
was,
coffee.
I thought it would be like mostly.
John's like, what the fuck is this coffee thing?
I thought it was
Why are
mostly
there
going to be
cars?
conversation. It's equal parts conversation, coffee being poured, close-ups of cars.
My thing is, he deserves it, but Seinfeld is like so smug these days.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
he has dominated life in a way that maybe nobody else has, but he is like the end-all, be-all, judge, jury, and
almost like
executioner
he's-
of what is and is not funny, and
Oh,
like.
remember when Seinfeld dated like a 17?
No,
18-year-old?
people don't remember that. It's
18? Was she
crazy.
18? I don't know. I don't want to
He,
say.
he skated
Find
on
out.
that so bad.
That's a-
anything.
that's a
Mark
wild
Sanchez.
Anything.
That's like
pre-
that's like a Matthew Broderick when I dropped that one.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
killed
yeah,
that
yeah.
guy.
Killed
Yeah.
Yeah, killed the guy.
people, or-
I mean,
The,
that's
But
one of
like
those-
it's almost like he goes out
How
of his
old?
way to not laugh when his guest is something funny too.
Yeah,
He just goes right.
Yeah,
right.
like-
When
and
Jerry
I-
Seinfeld fell for 17-year-old
17.
Lashana
When he
What's
was like
up with
40,
everyone in
right?
Hollywood fucking kids?
Dude, how about that Alan Dershowitz shit?
Oh,
that guy
yeah.
is
what did he do?
so
Oh,
fucked.
wait.
He's
I don't
basically
have
just
my
been
phone.
defending, like, pedophile. No, I mean, I don't know if it's he basically wrote a whole op-ed 20 years ago, being like, the rules of statutory rape are bullshit. It's like,
I mean,
I'm
like,
insane.
Hot take.
Insane.
That's a hill to
he
die
had
on, I
one-
guess.
And he's like, yeah, what I said is true. Like,
He said what
Constitutional
he's like
right.
constitutionally. I'm trying to find it. He
like
has.
if a 16-year-old wants to have sex, she should be able to have sex. Like, dude,
Okay, here it is.
that's not
The top-
how it works.
I hope it's still a top reply.
You know what? Even if you do have some sort of cognizant argument there, don't make it.
Don't
Yeah,
make it.
right.
Like, what's going to happen? Are you going to change the Constitution?
find
I
this.
don't
It's
think
so-
so.
And now the fact that he's like friends with Epstein doesn't look so
Not
good, buddy.
That's you can't have one.
He was literally
you can
trying
have
to
the other. You
change
can't have
laws,
both of those.
Yeah,
you know?
for those parties.
Okay, so Alan Dershowitz is making a constitutional argument against the stance of statutory rape.
Okay.
The top reply at the time when I first saw it, now is not, but Lenny Dykstra.
Oh no,
Bro,
Nails.
bro, a bit of a tangent, but what did you think of that part of House of Nails, his book, when a popular, parentheses, and hot, caps locked, high school senior invited my freshman self over one morning and took away my innocence? What's the constitutional, not moral argument with that? By the way, I survived. Smiley face.
Oh,
Nails
man.
Just
What's up? What
a
you got?
legendary
What you
reply.
got?
Horny Weird Hollywood, Dora the Explorer review, very similar to that. Guy said, Dora's grown up a bit since her seemingly perennial childhood. The audience will remain largely hormone-free for her big screen debut.
Oh
And then
my
goes on
God.
to say, uses this word, ready? Dora seems committed to projecting a pre-sexualized version of youth while throbbing unacknowledged beneath the surface.
What?
Is something a bit more real, its presence rigorously ignored.
What is
Rigorously.
going
You threw
on?
a
If you
throb
say-
and a rigorous in the
Yo,
same
throb.
sentence.
I'll tell you
What's
something
going
right now.
on?
The
Going
word
around right now, it's
throbbing.
bad. It's bad.
The word throbbing is 100% of the time. Cock comes after it. Like, that's it. That's the only time you say throbbing. Maybe pulse.
Maybe
like,
a
right? Like you
headache.
throbbing
Maybe
pulse.
a headache.
Other than that, throbbing headache. I'll give you 97% it's cock. 1% pulse, 1% headache. The rest is cock.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's
actually
usually
kind of-
written by a guy,
Yeah.
but he's describing what a woman's
Anthony
saying.
Weiner writes it a lot.
Give me your throbbing
Yeah,
cock.
yeah, yeah,
Because that's
like-
what girls would say.
Yeah, Anthony Weiner types T and it autocorrects to throbbing.
Robbing cock.
Finishes
Yeah.
throbbing. Yeah, every single time.
Is that
man.
the amount of like weirdos
Rigorously.
in Hollywood who like fucking and dating children? We like does it cross over into society? Like, does that
Oh, yeah.
percentage
Dude, do you
carry
remember-
through into society?
Yes.
Yeah.
To Catch a Predator. Dude, To Catch a Predator had
No,
like
but you know
But it
7
feels like it's like
seasons.
60% of people in Hollywood fuck kids.
Well, the problem is
Yeah.
these kids want to, like the catch a predator are predators, whereas
That's what these people are.
they are, but it's like they feel like they get away with it because they're like famous and hot. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
they feel like it's not wrong.
Yeah,
because
'cause
they
it's
get
like that
away
girl
with
He's
wants
it.
to
got
fuck me.
high
It's like-
eyebrows. What do you thinking, Tom?
I'm waiting for you to land that plane.
Yeah, sorry, he was caught. He was
I mean,
caught. He was caught in the air.
We were.
I'm not
He's like, the
defending them.
Predators
I'm
are
saying
the
why
Predators
we.
are the Hollywood guys.
On a real like a railroad gone wrong that
Yeah.
ended with like they was asking for it.
No, I think they're all
I'm
predators.
saying that's why Hollywood gets away with it, whereas
think they're
Chris Harrison
invincible.
sits
Yeah,
them
yeah.
down.
Yeah.
Chris Harrison should be sitting down Hollywood, but they're not gonna.
Scott Hansen. No,
Let's wait
Scott.
until it lands.
Scott Hansen?
No,
Chris
Chris Hansen.
Chris
Chris
Hansen
Hansen.
is yeah,
Chris Hansen's the Predator guy. Scott Hansen's Red Zone.
the red zone guy. That's
And
a tough
Dave
one.
confuses him.
Yeah, that's a tough
He
one.
yells at Chris Hansen when like the red zone doesn't do something right.
There was a rat at Barstool HQ today.
right,
Well, not
right.
really. I mean, it was the building.
All right, open that door, open that door.
You know, it's not in here. It's in the lobby.
Why are people freaking out about
Now,
this?
see, I think it's different because like I always assumed they were here.
They
but
are.
seeing it is the glass shattering moment. Like when I was walking in the office today, I was like peeking around the stairwell, being like, all right, this one's clear.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Now
I
you
was
know
SEAL
they're
Team
out.
6 coming.
It's concerning when they're out and about during the day.
But that's
So that's
not.
usually
So, like,
rabies.
did you see
rats.
that squeak? Like,
Yeah.
I heard that
We-
squeak, just someone sneaking. But I'm still like,
It'd be like moving into the rainforest and being like, "What's this snake doing here?" We moved into the rats' habitat.
Yeah.
This is where they.
Rat
this is
City.
like ground zero for
Rat
rats.
City, bitch.
This
Rat
is
Rat
where
City.
all the rats live. Penn Station is right there. It's all the rats.
I get it, and I always knew in my heart of hearts they were here. But then having seen one, it's just like a boom.
See,
now-
that's
You know
king
what
rat.
solved it?
All the rats usually hide when the humans are around. King rat comes out in the day. That dude does not give a fuck.
You know what would have solved it? This building had an alley. Just saying.
Just had an alley and a
Building
fucking
had an
flag
alley.
with 4 stars
Those rats
on it.
would be in the fucking alley and not in the house.
Yeah.
Didn't you have like a
Huge
fucking-
rat in my house.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like a
No.
rat cemetery
Dude,
in your house?
my old place, I had a huge rat in my house, and I told my landlord, and he's like, "Oh no, they're back." And I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah,
It's
when
happening
I first
again."
moved into this house, they found like an underground like mini river that all the rats were living in." And he said that when they moved in the house, they went on vacation and had an exterminator come and like basically nuke the house, and they came back and there were hundreds of dead rats. And I was like,
And that was
"You
your
didn't
house?
tell me?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you
That's
cannot-
got to be disclosed at,
Yeah,
at
you could
closing.
avoid telling
Yeah.
about a murder. You could avoid telling about a haunting. If
Rat-
there at
a
any
rat
point there
genocide?
been
When I was like,
dead
"Hey,
rats
I
in
think
this
we have a
house.
mouse in the house." He's like, "Oh." Like,
Oh yeah, no kidding. You were the site of a rat holocaust. Holy
Oh,
shit!
it's so fucked up.
I would have moved the fuck out in a
Oh,
heartbeat,
so
man.
fucked up. We
That's-
killed it,
That's
but
the
yeah.
plot of a horror movie right there.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm just hearing like
And the worst was-
squeals as they.
And the
leap to their
worst
lads, like,
was, in an ultimate act of betrayal, Stella was working with the rat because the rat was like grabbing like food and like scraps and made a pile of it. And Stella found the pile and just eat from the pile whenever
You
she
let her
wanted.
do her thing.
She'd just come out of the fucking room with like a lollipop stick in her mouth and she's like, "What's going on right here?"
I'd
She
prefer
just
that.
went to the rat like buffet.
I'd prefer my dog be friends with a rat rather than eat a rat. Because if my dog ate a rat, I'd
Supposed to
be
really
like,
scare
I'd
him
be like-
off.
I'd be like, now
Well,
you have like all the
rat
poison.
And the
Yeah.
other, well, the other thing is,
Now you can't
what
kiss
I
me
learned is the
anymore.
only thing a rat really needs is water. So if you have a dog bowl, it's lights out. They just drink out of the dog bowl.
Gross.
Yeah, real
Rats are
gross.
fucking gross.
But again, we live in the rat's house.
Yeah.
We are intruders in their world.
If you could
When
get
you're
rid
here.
of Hollywood,
Yeah, that's why that rat was fucking pissed.
If you
It
could get
wasn't-
rid
it wasn't
of-
like trying to sneak around. He's
Yeah.
like, he's
He's like,
attacking.
dude,
He's like, you
get the
move-
fuck.
yeah.
He just he was having a bad Tuesday. He was like, get out of my face.
last thing, I have to give an enormous shout out to the Double Vodka Don's diving board, which
Huh.
is the
Huh.
most structurally
Huh.
sound creation on the planet.
Dude.
It
I don't know
touched
what you're talking about.
touched the water.
They
His diving board. He's been making these videos of him
Yeah.
diving all summer. It
John.
bent. It touched the water. He
John,
brought it down.
this
so
is the
high.
diving board. It was like that.
It goes 90 degrees.
When he was
it's
at the end,
incredible.
It like they need to have
I see it.
architects go and study it and then make like
Everything.
earthquake
Make
proof
everything
all
out
of
of
the West Coast
All of
with
the
whatever
buildings,
Double Vodka Don's
all of the
diving board's
planes,
made out of.
all the aerodynamic
incredible.
spaceships,
It's
everything.
incredible.
Make it all out of
John,
DVD's
John,
diving
it is
board.
incredible.
He
Here
runs.
it
He
is.
gets a
Is it?
running head
Yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
steam.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna pause it for you at the right
It
side.
legit goes 90 degrees and touches the water. He's a majestic creature on the diving board, but at some point this thing has to give out.
Look at that, John! Look at that, John!
And it just propels him into the air.
It's even
like-
lower than that.
Is it hitting the water?
It touches the water, dude. It touches
is
H2O.
I mean, how many jumps
look-
could that possibly have?
Modern
It looks like he's just about to fall off, right?
architecture.
And it just
people
springs
go
him
to
up.
school to try to figure out how to build buildings like this.
It's incredible.
How many
incredible.
jumps has that taken, and how many does it have left?
I mean, he's
'Cause, I mean,
he's been doing
that's-
jumps all summer, and you know he's been
It's
doing them his
in the
whole
water,
life.
John.
Look
It's
at that
in
thing.
the water.
And he just
It
kind
is.
of
Like,
like,
you see the water get disturbed.
it looks like it's about to snap, like a piece of styrofoam,
It's
and then it
stunning
just
that
bounces
doesn't
back.
I mean, I'm so impressed. I'm so
It
impressed.
is a modern marvel
Where
of
is
the
he?
world.
I texted him. I don't know.
And he's playing video games, right?
Oh, get him.
yeah.
Grab him.
I mean, he's testing the strength. Like, you know what? Bridges. They need to make all bridges out of
Yes.
that.
Yeah, I'm
The
telling you,
Golden
this
Gate
is-
Bridge, like, you know those old videos where the bridges were wobbling?
Yes.
They need
Yes.
to do this to make sure that
Yes.
never happens again. It's the most, it's an architectural achievement that has never been seen before in this world.
That
he
thing
coming here? There he is. Bro, is that your house? What is that?
It's my parents' house.
Okay, so how many years has that board been around?
That diving board is older than me. True story.
And you've been hitting it down hard for that long?
It was my grandfather's house, and then my dad bought it from my grandfather, and he moved.
Same diving board?
Yep, older than me. It's over 25 years old.
And it's been
It
taken
used
on
to be the
unit,
worst
unit
diving board.
strength.
It used to be the worst diving board ever. It was so stiff. The last like 2 years,
so you've been breaking it
I've
in.
just been hammering it and hammering it. I've been hammering
I mean, have you slowed down your last dive? It
No,
touches
because
the
I
water.
feel like I got it to a point where I almost like what is it, the movie Limitless, where I got it where it was like so good, and then now I took it way past that point, and now it just can't even jump. Like
So
if I
you think it's
stomp
on
the
its way
end,
out?
What does that have to do with Limitless?
is Limitless, is that the one where you can use like 100% of your brain?
Yes.
Like I took like the diving board, I broke it where you could use like it reached like its full capabilities of spring, but now it's
you
way.
came over and you're like, I'm gonna make a Limitless reference.
hold on.
And just had to find someone.
Listen, we need to have video of every jump you make for the rest of that diving board's life.
Do you think
'Cause it's
that
gonna
by
break,
Labor
it's
Day
gonna
it'll
break.
break?
I'm trying to break it. I say every time I hit it with bad intentions. I'm trying to break it.
How much more do you think it has? Like another
I think
year
it's,
or like
the
another
thing is,
like
it's made
2
of like
jumps?
wood, and then it kind of has fiberglass around it, so I feel like it's not gonna get this like awesome snap. It's just gonna kind of bend and then not come back up.
No,
I
but
feel
you'll
like
fall.
when that breaks, that's
No,
like
it'll be
days.
funny when I fall because I will get no like
You'll
pushback
just-
at
you'll
all.
just
I'll just kind of like
belly
fall
flop.
in.
Yeah, right.
I was stunned to see Papa the Vodka Don.
Everyone said that. That's
He-
what I saw.
I mean, I
Danielle-
would have
where was
thought
he?
he
He's at
looks
the,
a lot like you. He doesn't.
You know, he's much smaller than me.
tiny guy.
No, because Danielle said it to me. She was like, "Oh, like when I saw your dad, I knew it was him right away." I was like, "How?"
Yeah, that makes no
That's
sense.
pretty sick.
I
So
was
it's kind of like I would
alpha
say
your
my
dad.
grandpa is kind of like me. He kind of got skipped.
It's
Like
skip a
me and my
generation?
grandpa are like the same build, and then
Got
he's
it.
kind of like.
So he's a unit, you're a unit. Your dad just kind of missed
yeah,
the
he's
unit
like
hood.
5'7", like
litter.
he's like
You ever,
5'7".
like,
He's
tell
our
him-
only child.
You ever tell him to like go get you something, and then he's like,
You could
"You're
definitely
my
beat your dad
son."
up.
Like,
You could beat
I
your
mean,
dad up?
I'm just like I weigh over 100
Yeah,
pounds
you
more
should
than
do
him. He's
that.
like 5'7", 175.
she's like,
beat him
"Dad, go get me, like pass the salt." "Oh, you won't? I'm gonna sit on you."
I was mad because I felt like he was a much better actor than me in the little dude.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't sell yourself short. I liked it. It was
And
fun.
That was funny. I was so.
It
He
was like a
came in.
little like dude wipe ad, and he was like,
I
you know,
missed
my
it.
dad's a better actor than me. I thought
Did
you
your
did
dad
fine.
wipe your ass?
No, he was just like, "Oh, like why are you so fucking
Okay,
sweaty in these
well,
videos?"
I don't want to give content ideas away, but like it would be funny if you wore a diaper and your dad just wiped
Oh
your
my
ass.
God!
And was like,
Let's
"What?"
end this
Was like,
fiasco.
"Hey,
I
I've
do
been
not
doing
want
it
that
since he was a
content.
baby."
I thought it was
Content no one
dude,
asked
I mean,
for
I
and
watched
no
that
one
content.
needed.
Yeah,
I
No!
watched that guy.
No!
It's like a blast from the past.
It's
like baby
ass.
Yeah, no,
You guys-
he did wipe
you
your
gotta,
ass
like,
at some
talk like a
point.
I mean, yeah, I
Right.
would assume so.
No,
Right, it's
stop
a
it!
throwback. It's a throwback.
What if the
Dude,
vodka Don is sitting like on the
Like,
front now?
Cuckoo Gaga,
He's like,
daddy,
"Daddy, I got a poopy in my diaper."
Yes. It's like when the Phillies wear their throwback. We're just going back to 1992 or something.
I got the poopy in my diaper.
Daddy,
You two are
I
sick
need the baby
fucks.
powder.
You guys want to watch me get my ass wiped?
Yeah, this is scat porn. You're watching scat porn.
Be in TikTok form.
You need a pacifier too. He's like Preston in Jackass. This is great.